Hello, everyone. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe we are in 2023 already. I'm super honored to be able to hop on here tonight and just share a little bit about my background and why now is such an incredible time to join money. And I am going to be very time efficient, which is not my norm. So I made notes so I can hopefully stay on track for you all. My name is Ryann German. I have been with Money for almost 5 years now. Or no, actually has been 5 years. See, I've lost time. So a little over 5 years. I am the mother of 3 teenagers, 19, 17, and 15, and have 3 golden retrievers. Currently, we are stationed in Florida, and tomorrow is my 20th wedding anniversary. My husband tried to come crash the party, and I'm like, no, you're going to make me nervous. So I joined Money like a fluke thing. So a little bit of background there. I previously worked in corporate America, had a phenomenal job. Career and left about 4 months after my daughter was born. I just could not handle the thought of her in daycare. My husband, again, is active duty military, and so we did not have family close by to help. We were working opposite schedules, and we went on a tight budget and was like, I'm going to stay at home with her. I'll finish my education. At some point, I will go back to corporate America. Fast forward a few years later, I did finish my bachelor's and then went back to school for another 60 credits to be a teacher, special education, got certified. My youngest at the time was still in preschool, so I was just subbing full time at the school pretty much every day, and was offered a job, but we were moving with the military. It's like the story is how it goes. So very sad when that happened because I loved working with the kids. I loved the school, but the Navy called. So we moved back to Virginia. I looked into changing my licensure, and it was going to be too costly for the amount of time that we were going to be there. I looked at what they paid subs that were licensed. It was honestly, I felt like a big kick in the face. I think it was like maybe $60 a day. And so I thought, you know what, you got to do something here, Ryan. Like, what are you going to do? Because I need something for me. I missed that. Although I loved being a stay-at-home mom, I missed something for me. So having grown up in an antique furniture business with my parents who had multiple jobs as well, I started painting furniture. We had, moved into a larger house, and someone had said, you should sell that. So it started out like every business, very small. I built it up, had an incredible business by the time the Navy called again, and we moved our family to Tennessee. And I actually want to back up, and because I just thought about this, I think it's very important, is in that time window when I talked about missing being in corporate America, I was presented an opportunity to work for an incredible insurance company. It was a stay-at-home or a work-from-home position. And you'll see those often now, right? Like I feel like since COVID. Unfortunately, a lot of those opportunities, you are attached to a headset, you are on set hours, there's zero flexibility in your shift. And so but I did try it. I thought, let me see if I can do this. Well, back to my husband being very busy with his career, me being the one that has to be there for the kids, to get them to everywhere, to get them off on the school bus. It was not good at all. Not to mention the fact that when we found out we were moving to Tennessee, any vacation that I had accrued, I was going to have to use that vacation time to move my family and get them settled into Tennessee schools and all of that. And right there, I was like, nope, this is not for you. So I put in my 2 weeks notice and thought, you know what, I'm just going to start up the furniture business when I get to Tennessee. So that's what I did. Again, starting from the ground up, new clientele, new clients, built an incredible business. And then, as you know, it was time to move again. So back to Florida we came. This move was a little bit harder, to say the least. We could not find housing. The house that we were trying to buy, it fell through at the last minute. So our large family and animals were all at the La Quinta for 30 days. And finally, a huge blessing, base housing opened. So we took it. We're like, we need something. The kids are about to start school. I need to have a residence. So we moved into base housing. we downsized by like 1,800 square feet. We had no garage. Where would Ryan paint furniture? But again, I was just focused on getting the kids settled back into school and their extracurricular activities. And during all of that, I went to this big paint convention up in Indiana. I had these little samples that I had been sitting on for months. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take time and actually wash my hair and see what this is all about. My dear friend Tara, totally trusted her, although we did have very opposite hair. You can't tell tonight, but my hair is very naturally curly. It's a 3B curl pattern. I hated my hair my entire life. I never knew how to style it. I never knew really how to embrace my curls. All the products that were given to me, and not cheap products, you guys. I was not the discount store girl. I bought very expensive products from the salon. I even had a special stylist in Tennessee who would take me to the pro store. I had a large closet full of just hair care products and hair care products that were not working. So I was like, why not try these? Okay. And then I was a little hesitant because they were naturally based. And I'm not going to lie, you guys, at the time I was like, these are not going to help me, but I love Tara. I'm going to try them. I was the exception. I definitely could tell something in one wash. My hair felt soft. I was able to blow it out and keep my hair down that night. Not the norm for me. So I immediately reached out to Tara and I was like, okay, how do I order? And I knew that she was with a network marketing company, like that was fine. But the first thing when I looked at it was like, I don't want to use this product and these products. Like the other stuff I was using clearly wasn't working. So I looked at the product packs, right? Because the product pack, you're getting a large amount of products and I used it all, whether it was blowout cream, hairspray. So I wanted to get everything. But I was like, I had this thing just from hearing about network marketing in the past. I was like, what's the catch? Like, do I have to buy a bunch of stuff? Like, I do not want to be that girl that's having to spend X amount of dollars per month. And she was like, no, there is no quotas. She goes, you get your product pack and you don't have to do a thing. You just get a bigger discount. And so I was like, okay, I can do that. So went with a product pack. About 3 months or 3 weeks into using the products, one of my friends who had a shop out at the beach, and she also did some network marketing on the side with a clothing line. And I had got this dress and I loved it and it had pockets. And so naturally I would share it because I thought everybody needs this dress. And so Matt took a picture of me. I posted it on social media and here come the comments because my hair was never down, you guys. You can Facebook stalk me. If you see my hair down, it was here, it was thin, it was breaking. At one point I had considered extensions, but once I found out the cost and the upkeep, I was like, yeah, no. And I just summed it up to, this is the hair you're gonna have, Ryan. You have had 3 kids. I lost a bunch of hair after having kids. My curl pattern changed. I love bleach. My hair is naturally very dark. And so I'm like, this is just what you've got. Well, clearly friends and family noticed a difference and started commenting. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to say here. So I reached out to Tara. I'm like, help, people are asking about my hair. And you know what her advice was? Just be you, write and share. And so for 5 years now, that's what I have been doing, you guys. I have fallen in love with the products. There was a shift, and I talk about this here. I made notes about this, was like, as I was thinking tonight, what drew me in? Obviously the products, right? They performed. I was happy and I was excited. And once I realized other people were struggling with their hair, whether it was hair loss, damage, all kinds of issues out there, you guys, once I realized this is not about me, it's about helping others, it was a switch in my brain. And that I go back to on that notebook 5 years ago that clearly stated my why. I wanted to see other women confident and happy, whether it was with just the products or a combination of the products and the business opportunity. And that is what has lit my fire for this long. So one other thing, I was thinking about this was the fun. So a lot of these women, you guys, I had not met in person up until I think I earned my first trip. And I think I earned nine trips now, whether it was from the Dominican with my husband. I got to take my mother to Cancun. They flew her, but being with this team. So whether it's been virtually, because we're just not in the same location, we have girls across the globe, or when we get to see each other in person, the support and the authentic women who want to see you win is second to none. I've been in moms groups, I've been in spouse groups with the military, I've worked with women. There is nothing that compares. Like, truly, these women want to see you happy and see you winning. And that is something to be said about that. And the fun that we have, you guys. Like, I had never been on trips like this with girls or even been out of the country until this. Back to the serving of others. And so back to my why is that's what we do. We serve and help others, whether it's with products from, hair care, skincare, wellness, or help others build a business. And, I feel like this one other thing I thought about was that never, even in the hard days of this business, because, I built a significant business over the last 5 years, even in the hardest of hard days, I have never once said, I hate my job. I hear that from people all the time that are miserable or I hate my job. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine going back to something like that. So this business is like, clearly the team and support have been huge for me. I didn't have any background in this. And so we provide that. And that goes back into like thinking about the training, is that there's so much training, you guys, whether it's from our team, whether it's from corporate. We have a whole section in our back office that is dedicated to training on products, how to sell, how to share. Not to mention, just like in a corporate America, when you get hired, you go through an onboarding process. Those first 90 days, you have a private coach. I was a coach in corporate America. You have a private coach when you join this business. You're sponsored, and not to mention just them, but we help each other, because we're not on call 24/7. Like, every one of us has a life outside of this business. Most of us have families. I would say a good majority of people have a full-time income outside of this. So that's huge to be able to have that support. I told you he was going to crash this. So he's trying to corral all of the 3 dogs for me. So the training is huge. So do not ever feel like, oh gosh, I'm not the beauty girl. I was not the beauty girl. I was the girl in leggings covered in paint that, like I said, hated her hair. So no beauty experience, no hairstylist experience, none of that. But I am very passionate about when I believe in something and when it has helped me and it can help others, I will not be shy about this. Just so you know, before this, I broke out in sweats and hives because I get super nervous talking in front of people, but I cannot be shy about this. So I overcome those fears because the benefit that this could be to someone else is life-changing. It's been life-changing. And then the one thing that I feel like everyone always gets a little weird about, I get uncomfortable about it. But with that said, your time is valuable. And so I want to be very authentic here with the business opportunity. Like I said, I didn't even understand the comp plan when I first started and was sharing. So my reason was not about the income side of it because I really didn't understand it. But again, like I had mentioned, I was back in Florida. I was debating, am I going to go back to teaching? Am I going to go rent a warehouse? And all of those things don't happen fast. I would still have to build a clientele here because people here didn't know me for, painting furniture. So I had went about 4 months without income. So that was September. By December, I was able to pay for our family's entire Christmas. That was huge to be able to do that. And it's just, continuously gone up because I have never quit building this business in 5 years. I'm coming up on 3 years of being a Cadillac earner. That's huge, you guys. It's a family now that is about to need 5 vehicles. To have a payment come in monthly to help with my car is huge. And most importantly, I feel like just to be able to have that freedom as a woman, to be able to help, whether it's pay for groceries, pay for gas, like everything is expensive now, even as a family of 5, as teenagers, I feel like number one, they need me more and they eat more. Okay. I always thought, oh, once they get into school, I'm going to go back and do my thing. No, those kids need me. So to be able to build a business that on 2021's tax records, I earned just as much as my husband, who had been in the Navy for 24 years at that time. Huge. This is not a joke. Is it easy? No. But again, I wanted to build. I wanted to be able to have that, because now guess what? We're about to move our family to who knows where. We don't know where yet. We're waiting. It could be anywhere in the United States and 2 locations overseas. For the first time in our marriage of 20 years, I am not afraid to move, because I don't have to start over. My business will go with me and continue to grow. That's huge. The last thing, and this is probably what will, don't think I'll get emotional. I hope I won't get emotional, but I lost my dad at the beginning of the year last year. And back to me being able to stay at home when, we made that shift right early in our marriage after having Madeline. My 2 big things were, is I need to be able to be there for my kids and be there for my parents who are aging. I dropped everything immediately when I knew my dad was not doing well. And as I was flying back home, he had passed away. My whole world was rocked, you guys, in a way that's never been rocked in 44 years of my life. And I can tell you that I continuously had monthly paychecks coming in this last year, weekly and monthly. I pray, and I'm so grateful for not only my customers who continue to trust me, but the team members and business partners who picked up where I just could not, emotionally and physically, during the last year. So yes, this business has been life-changing for me. And then the last thing, because I could say so much about what Monat has done for me personally, but the big thing here is why now? Well, a big change that's happened in the last couple of months here is Monat has chosen to keep our new affiliate program. What's that mean to you? It means that you do not have to recruit team members to earn monthly and weekly paychecks, you guys. Through the first 4 ranks, you do not have to build a team. It's based solely on your customers. So it's you selling something that you love. They've also made it to where you can customize your product pack, because the big thing is to fall in love with the products, to share how these products have changed for you, how they've helped people that you know. So when you can customize a product pack, you get to pick the products that are best for you. So whoever has shared this video with you tonight, reach out to them to, 1, make sure you get the product pack that is best for you. And number 2, to see if there's any incentives going on that they can share with you, because to have this right now, business isn't slowing down, you guys. You know why? People will continue to wash their hair. People will continue to wash their face. And people are going to continue to look to get healthier. And that, you guys, with the self-development that is provided on top of the team training, I'm a better Ryann, because I said, yes, I'm a better wife and I'm a better mother. And so I just cannot be more grateful for this business, this team, and this opportunity. So if you have any questions, please reach out to the person who shared this with you. And if there is anything I could answer, I am more than happy to. So thank you for your time. I think I went just a minute over than what I had planned, but thank you for being here tonight. Happy 2023.